What is up? Welcome back to another video. Sitting here in the shop working on the 66 Corvette. Just want to chime in at the beginning here and show you guys that we're finally getting caught up, and the 50 you saw me working on is almost done and ready to head back to the owner. He ended up adding a couple more things which we weren't really ready for, so that's why it's still here. They're almost done. And hopefully, and this will be in a separate video, but I'm going to be painting and clearing the door jambs on the body here that you see me sanding, as well as the doors themselves. So that'll be in a separate video, but just want to chime in, give you a little update that we are still on these. Jason's almost got the black 66 ready for paint, and this one's almost ready for paint as well, so look forward to future videos on those. Anyway, as for now, we're going to pick up the new project, so we will unveil that here probably in the coming clips. So we're going to load the trailer up and head on out and go get this project. So anyway, next clip, you'll see us loaded up and ready to go grab it. All right, just left the shop and we just finished getting the truck and trailer unloaded. Got it all hooked up and ready to go, because we also have to use this for storage for one of our far too many projects, which I don't even think I've ever showed this one on the channel, but do a quick walk around because it's kind of irrelevant right now, but it will be on future videos, like a long time down the road, but we will film stuff on this. It's a 71.5 Pontiac GT37. And the reason you use the half terminology is because halfway through the year, you got the full sword stripe option on the GT37s. The earlier years you could get the judge stripe or nothing at all, but this is a original black and full gold sword stripe car, and it is a 400 with a turbo 400 automatic. It does run still. A barn loft fell on it, so we had body work done quite a while ago, and we are going to blend this and keep this as a survivor car. We have the other original fender, can't remember which side, I think that side, and then NOS fender there, and we got a better door to throw on it as well. Anyway, kind of irrelevant, but thought I'd just show it off. So we're gonna get set up, get in the truck, and go get this thing picked up. All right, we're almost here. Oh, so that's where everybody goes to go street racing. I always thought they meant the country, but I guess they meant Indiana. All right, we'll film hopefully when we get the car ready to load up. So I probably won't film while we're getting it all moved, so. Here it is, 05 ACR. And kind of had a deer jump on the front of it there. So be a fun little project. So we'll get this thing loaded up and get it in the trailer and do our thing. No, it'll go right up in there. All right, it's the next day, obviously. It was just too cold last night to do any filming. When we got back in, it was dark. So over here at lunch, while I'm letting paint flash on the Corvette, and we're gonna go ahead and get this thing unloaded, and then once we have it out, we'll go a little bit more over the car itself. But getting it unstrapped. So here's some of the damage up close. Just basically pushed from about here over, kind of pushed this core support back, but that can easily be pulled out because it didn't even come apart from the frame part here, besides just this section that we can, when we pull it, that'll wrinkle back in, knock it back in. So that's definitely salvageable. And then I think I can even repair this bumper cover, believe it or not. So we'll get this thing backed out, and then we'll do a good walk around video on it and go over it a little bit more. Sure.
You want to squeeze yourself in there?
Yeah, I think I can squeeze myself in there. Okay, I'll leave it run for just a minute for the video because it is low on coolant, because that did crack the radiator a little bit. So we'll just do a quick video on it. So it's just really dirty. This thing was never driven in any winters, so it's super clean. And as you can tell, damage didn't get back into the door, nothing into the cowl, nothing into the windshield. Pretty much just push that core support back a little bit, but and then there's the crack in the radiator. But it's really just dirty. This needs a really, really good detail job. So we'll get this thing shut off, and then we'll go over some of the other cool stuff that we got with it. So as far as like cool paperwork stuff and whatnot. But anyway, yeah. So super clean, original car, unmolested. So yeah, we'll go over some of this paperwork here in just a second. All right, guys, got it pulled up here. So here's some, well, there's what's left of the headlight. And I think these were dealer opted. I could be wrong on that. But anyway, yeah, there's some leftover headlight. And as you can tell, this thing's just dirty. It lived on a farm and just needs a good overall detail. The original owner's manual, which that's not too fancy. the original case for said manual. And here is an original piece of paperwork on free oil changes that you get when you buy your new car. Look at those prices. And there's your like law book about your laws when you buy a new car about getting a, you know, bad unit. So that goes with that and that. And then here is the old original cards that he never filled out. And the original window sticker. There's your base price. And you guys can obviously pause this if you want to see all this stuff here. And there's your total price, which is the most expensive SRT-4 you could get because of the ACR package. So yeah, there's everything there. We'll put it out there so you can pause that and see it. And here's this as well. Pretty cool to have that. Probably laminate that bad boy. And here, because the ACRs came with 5-way adjustable struts to change up your dampening. And that's pretty cool right there. So there's that, which is pretty neat to have that. This thing came with BFG, G-Force, what were they? I think they were just the G-Force, whatever the performance tire was. They were just the G-Forces, and they discontinued those tires, but there's a pamphlet for those. There's the shipping tag that was probably around the rear view mirror when it came in off the truck. So this is all cool stuff to have for a special car like this. A regular one still be cool, you know, but makes it especially special. This is for the tint that got done at the dealership. So that's pretty cool. And obviously got the ACR seats, and they are in incredible shape on both sides. No bolster wear, nothing like that, which is incredible. I mean, literally stock shifter, stock everything in here. This interior is super clean. Just like I said, needs a good detail. Here, let's pop the trunk here. And here we got the original lug nuts, water pump, timing belt, some control arms he bought extra. And then here's one of those G-Force TAs right here. And that's what originally came on these cars from the factory. He just kept one of the original ones because. And then unfortunately, this thing has lost the kicker speaker cover for the sub. And I think someone has replaced that, but that could be the original. I need to check my car. But the faceplate is definitely missing, so we'll have to source one of those. Just got some extra parts in here, so not a big deal. I mean, gosh, it still has the rubber stops here, or styrofoam stops for the trunk. But as you can tell, this car just needs a proper detail inside and out. And this thing will be a wonderful example of a SRT-4, especially an ACR. And all the BBSs are in incredible shape all the way around. No curb rash, no chips. It is missing the original BBS valve stem caps, which we can still source those. And then we'll go to the other side. So that's just some tire goop on there. We can get that stuff off. And then we'll go to this one as well. So they're all in incredible shape. Badges on the doors are in great shape. Show you this one. But like I said in here, I have saved much worse than this before for a couple drift cars. I've actually repaired side skirts and bumper covers that were broken half. So I think I ought to be able to save on this one and make it good enough until we find a really nice one down the road. But like I said, Everything's bone stock. Airbox. Still has the injector cover on it. Stock turbo. I mean, stock engine mounts. Just needs a good detail. And then once we fix it, clean it all up, and this thing will be just fantastic. And oh yeah, there's those 5-way adjustable struts. See if we can get it to focus here. There we go. You can see the numbers on it for what setting you want. So yeah, these things were kind of autocross animals slash little track car animals right out of the box with these wheels and suspension. They also had a thicker sway bar and better sway bar bushings as well. So overall, it's a beautiful car. Get all this fixed up, and this will make a great car. Very good collector's item. These things do nothing but... These are doing nothing but appreciating now, because everyone destroyed these cars, even the ACRs. There's not a lot of them left. Even just a good SRT-4 is hard to come by these days, because they were all just beat to a pulp and then modified, not taken care of, wrecked, you name it. So this one will be a great car. And tires are pretty much brand new. They just don't look it because they're all nasty, but they only have about 4,000 miles on them. But yeah, this will be a great car. And once we source some parts, we may go ahead and just throw this thing ahead of a lot of the other builds, just because this thing runs, drives, stops. Really just take the hood off of it, the fender, you know, repair the bumper cover, fix that core support, throw a radiator in it, put everything back on, and it'll be a runner and a driver, and then do a nice detail on it. So I think that'll make for some cool videos on this car, especially a good detail, because now that you guys see a good before and after, or I guess a good before, I should say, of it all dirty, nasty, you know, we can do a nice inside and out detail video, you know, buffing this thing and all that good stuff. And I think that'll be a cool transformation. So probably hit you guys with a little bit of B-roll here, and then I think at the end of this video I'm gonna throw in some footage of the 66 Corvette to keep you guys updated on that, and then that'll probably do it for this video. So I wanted to jump in here and kind of tell the backstory on this car. So the ACR cars, they only made 1,175 of them, which I think it's 433 were black. Anyway, so my dad and mom were in a town just north of us, and he happened to see this car drive by and saw the BBS wheels, and he thought, well, it's got to be an ACR. So follows the person. It was a lady driving it, and Dad asked her about it, and he said, well, if you ever want to sell it, let me know. Here's my number. And she goes, oh, well, we have people wanting to buy it all the time, but she said, I'll keep your number. And I don't think anyone else has ever given them their number before. So a few months go by, and my dad gets a phone call from a guy. It's either a text or phone call, and asking if it was Paul and if he was interested in the car. And my dad's like, well, yeah, what do you want for it? And he goes, well, bad news is I had a deer come out from the side of the road and kind of basically plopped on it. Didn't hit it super hard. But anyway, he didn't want the car to get totaled out, because insurance valued it at $13,500, which is about right for how nice the car is. And he didn't want it to have a salvage title or go to Copart and get parted out. So made Dad a deal we couldn't refuse, a killer price. And now it doesn't have a salvage title, which is great. It's got a clean title. We can fix this thing and move forward. So All right, guys, jumping in here at the end of the video. Like I said, going to give you a little update on the 66 Corvette. We are finally back on it, and I'm getting all the door jambs done. A lot of people paint and do cars differently. On how we're going to paint this car, I'm doing the door jambs on the body and the doors first. I'm going to paint and clear those, you know, let them flash, pull the tape, let them cure, because being in the winter, even though we keep the shop decent, the paint and clear still doesn't cure as quick as it does in warm weather, which obviously. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this stuff done. That way, while we're on Christmas break, this thing can be curing. We can come back and start hammering out on the body. So I will insert some clips of me throwing some color on the door jambs after this, as well as clear coat, and then a finishing video to end out this whole video itself. After it's cleared. So here I got the base on. So I just let it flash off over lunch. As you can tell, it's kind of a flat look. So it's flashed off and it is officially ready for clear coat. So got this side ready to go as well. Got all down in between the crevices, which is kind of a pain, but it is what it is. So yeah, got this thing ready to go. Gonna mix up some clear coat, get the shop warmed back up since I'm back from lunch, and probably set up my camera and get this thing clear coated. And then, like I said, we'll end out the video showing you guys the finished product. All right, guys, gonna hurry up and do this because it's fumey over here and don't want my mask off for a long time, but got the heat running, got it baking. So we'll show you the end result real quick. So here we go. And obviously there's like a little bit of, you know, waviness to it because it's the door jambs and you don't want to get crazy on those, especially on an original style car. But yeah, it turned out great. Can't complain. And then we'll show the other side real quick. Like I said, there's a little bit of peel, but that's kind of what you want on an original style car, and especially in the door jambs. The body will be a little slicker than they were originally, just because we've gone this far. We want to make it really nice. But anyway, that portion is done, so there's an update there. We'll be doing the jambs on the doors next week, and then getting on doing the like headlight buckets and some other stuff we got to do the edges on. So that way that stuff is prepped before we wet sand and paint and clear the body. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you like seeing an update on the new shop and the new project, as if we need another one. But sometimes when there's a good deal, you just got to jump on it. Anyway, hope you like seeing the update on the Corvette. But that's going to do it for this video. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And we will see you guys in the next video.